Coming up Saturday week, there's a couple of big nights. Obviously, Vitaly Klitschko is going to be fighting Derek Del Boy Chisora. That's going to be in Munich, and that's going to be live and exclusive on Box Nation. But then there's also going to be a show here, which is going out on Channel 5. Now, the top of the bill is going to feature a fighter that I've been monitoring for a long while. In fact, since he was quite young. He's got a great name. His name's Kid Galahad. He's going to be fighting Jason Booth, a proper old-school veteran. Jason Booth is going to be live on terrestrial TV Channel 5, which is fantastic. And it's going to be for the WBC Intercontinental title, Super-Bantamweight, but that's not really what it's about. It's about this kid, Kid Galahad, finally established himself. He comes from Sheffield. By his own admission, he was losing his way before he ended up in a gym, and under the whispering guidance of the true legend of training, Brendan Ingle. I'm delighted to say that Kid Galahad's on the line now. Kid, how are you?
I'm all right. You're right, Steve.
I'm fantastic, son. How are you? Kid, this is absolutely fantastic, this fight for you, isn't it? It's a big scalp, and you can look good, assuming you win. It's a fantastic bout for you.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to this fight. Jason Booth, he's had 20 title fights.
Unbelievable, yeah.
I haven't had one yet, have I?
No, you haven't had one yet, but listen, but you've been training for a title fight since you first walked in and Brendan first started working with you, haven't you?
I've been training for a title fight, for this kind of title fight, since I was about 14. So I'm ready, me.
But let me just share with some of the listeners. Brendan doesn't do things in a conventional way. I mean, part of your training is that you walk around the streets picking up litter, because it's about being a good citizen as well as a good champion.
Yeah, it is. Picking up litter, making us shadow box and sing, all sorts.
And what's the atmosphere like in that gym? Because people try and tell me, it's not the same since Naz left. Well, Naz has been gone 15 years.
Yeah, it is now. Now there's Kel Brook back in the gym. We've got Adam Etchers. Yeah. We've got Adnan Amar. We've got Richard Towers.
Big Richard, yeah.
We've got David Howe in the gym.
I mean, Adnan Amar, I just had him on the show, and it's still a packed gym, and still.
Yeah, it is. It's buzzing again.
It is buzzing. It is buzzing again. So, Kid, here's the only thing that worries me slightly. Not worries me slightly, is that if you get past Booth, okay, you put yourself in contention for harder 12-round fights. Yeah. But you still haven't. I know you're doing the rounds in the gym, but you're not done the rounds, in competitive fights. Does that worry you, or do you think you've done enough in the gym?
Steve, boxing's 9% of it's all about mental.
Yeah,
mentally.
and you are
and
strong
I know
now.
mentally I can do it.
Yeah, and also you're 21, but you're 21, and in boxing years you're both young and old, aren't you? In a strange kind of way.
In a sense, yeah.
You've been around a long while, and you're certainly not bruised and battered and cut and bashed up, eh?
No, I've been learning my trade for a while, Steve. I've been sparring with Steve. I sparred with Stephen Smith, the Walsh brothers, Scott Quigg, Rendell Monroe, Mark Moran. Kel Brook, Adnan. I've sparred with all these kids.
You've done your apprenticeship. And listen, Kid, are you going to keep the Kid Galahad name?
Yeah, of course I am.
Come on, that's absolutely right, because I don't like it when some fighters over the years at Brendan's gym have changed their names. Your name is Kid Galahad, and that's what you need to be.
I am. I'm going to do that all the way to the top.
Listen, Kid, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, and good luck.
All right, thank you, Steve. Pleasure meeting you, talking to you.
This is a pleasure having you on. Kid Galahad, thanks very much.
All right, thank you, Steve.
No, thank you. You know something, Brendan Ingle, when he trains these fighters, he trains them to be model citizens. He trains them to be fantastic human beings. He trains them to be more than just champions, and when they become champions, they are special. And that kid there, he lost his way. I think he's got one brother in prison, and other relations he knows and close friends have been killed, and he just turned his life around. But only by a wafer. Trust me. 2 more weeks and this kid might have been lost forever. Brendan managed to get him, and Bob is your uncle. Not in his case, his uncle's probably called Muhammad. But in that sense, you get what I'm saying. His real name is Abdul Awad, and he's actually of Yemenis extract, which is why there's all the Prince. That's why he sounded a bit like a young Prince Nassim. That's how Prince Nassim used to sound, all lovely and smiley.